and you spend 4 days per month scrolling. Instead of being helpful to the society, instead of being helpful to your friends and family, you don't check on them. You just go and watch videos about Taylor Swift and Jay-Z and all that shit. Then you're gonna watch someone you hate, and then you're literally going to argue with your computer or phone and just be like, whoa, what an idiot, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. They realize how silly that is. Why am I watching a cat that is attempting to sing Bohemian Rhapsody? What the fuck? I will try to convince you in this video to stop scrolling and stop watching bullshit. So we basically spend on average 24 hours, that's the whole day per week on social media, just scrolling, brainless. 1 day out of a week, that's 4 days per month. 4 days per month instead of taking a mental health walk, instead of cooking, instead of working on our fitness, instead of doing something that will use this thing that we have in between the ears. No, we're going to choose brainless scrolling. I do have some scientific facts for you, and I hope this will change your perspective and make you realize, oh my god, I have to stop. We're basically turning into idiots. This is evolution backwards. Do you feel anxious? Don't you think that is slightly, maybe, connected to the scrolling? I have scientific proof. I'm not gonna say all the videos are bad. Maybe you want to see some funny videos because you have a mood. Maybe you find some inspiring videos. That's great. Why don't you moderate? Drinking alcohol, smoking, it's not good for you. But if you moderate it, fine, no problem. What helped me, and I think it's gonna help you, is next time you scroll, just use your brain. Literally, critical thinking, and be mindful. So really watch that video and ask yourself, why am I watching this? Is this just a bullshit? Yes, probably. Is it gonna enrich my life anyhow? Why am I watching an interview with some kind of celebrity? Why am I investing my life into somebody else's life? Somebody who doesn't know I exist? Why am I watching people arguing? Why am I watching something about politics? The fact is, most videos are just rubbish. It's a piece of shit thrown into this cyberspace, and we are the consumers. Do you really want to spend your life watching rich people laugh? For real? You can say, oh, I'm bored, I come from shit job and I need to ventilate, I need to relax, and this really helps me. First of all, it doesn't help you. You only think it helps you, it makes you more anxious. Just seeing all those fake videos mostly, you just feel like, oh my god, my life is horrible, number one. And number two, it makes you more anxious. I have facts for it. Wait. And also, if you just grabbed a book, it's gonna be better for your brain, better for your mental health. So if you love watching football, for example, and you spend all your time watching sports, why don't you start a blog about sports? Why don't you film videos about sports? Why don't you take that time that you invested into something? Why don't you turn it into something useful? If you love films, why don't you buy a monthly card, unlimited? You go and watch as many films as possible instead of you scrolling. And then you have a discussion. You can create an event, online, offline. You can write a blog about it, you can make videos about it. Like, if you're watching films all the time, don't just consume. Consume and create. Give yourself some kind of goal. Don't just be in the existence of the life and the existence of a cyber life. For you to be born, you needed 32 direct ancestors. 32 in the last 100 years. That counts your parents and up to 3 times great-grandparents. Most of them have been through wars, and you spend 4 days per month scrolling. Instead of being helpful to the society, instead of being helpful to your friends and family, you don't check on them. You just go and watch videos about Taylor Swift and Jay-Z and all that shit. I'm not saying delete social media. Recently, one of my followers, I see him, I'm deleting Instagram and all the social media for a couple of months because it's not good for me and I have health issues now, mental health and all that. I'm like, you don't have to delete it. You can just not use it. You can use it, but don't be used by it. Be mindful and use critical thinking and filter information you put into your brain. Why do you keep watching political videos if you hate that political party? What good is it gonna do that you're gonna watch someone you hate and then you're literally going to argue with your computer or phone and just be like, whoa, what an idiot, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. They realize how silly that is. And I'm not judging, because I was doing it the same. I used to do the same thing until I realized, what the am I doing? You know, people used to go out, people used to go to the cinema, people used to learn musical instrument or different language, read books. No, we don't do that anymore. So let me give you some scientific facts. And a lot of my friends have issues with sleeping. Well, I have a cure for this. It's very, very simple. Let's compare brain activity, that thing you have in your head, maybe, brain activity when reading a book, and brain activity when scrolling through social media. I know you already know the result, but let me tell you a bit more specific. Brain activity when reading a book: deep focus and attention. Reading requires sustained concentration, activating the prefrontal cortex, responsible for problem solving and critical thinking. This reflects into your life. Scrolling through social media, anxiety. Why? Because you have a problem and you don't know how to solve it, because problem solving part of the brain is not activated as much. So you're fucked. Reading a book, oh, problem solving activated. You have a problem at work, off work, and you solve it, and you're okay. Memory and comprehension. The hippocampus, linked to memory, processes and stores information. The brain works harder to create connections between new knowledge and what we already know. Reading a book. Imagination and visualization. The brain simulates the story, engaging the visual and sensory cortex, which is why a good book feels like a movie in our head. Reduced stress. Oh, really? Reading activates the parasympathetic nervous system. What it means, simply said, is you're not in the fight or flight mode. You're in the parasympathetic system, nervous system, state of mind. Complete calmness. You don't have to meditate, yoga, all that shit. Just read the book. You're in that state, lowering your heart rate, and you're perfectly relaxed and calm. We don't realize how much time per day we are in the flight mode. The flight mode, fight or flight mode, was created by nature to activate when we are in danger. We are not in danger most of the time because we are spending time in the offices in front of the laptops and phones. There's no danger unless you walk on the street of London at any time. We are designed as part of the nature not to be in the fight or flight mode non-stop. That's by design. So if we are, our immune system goes down, our anxiety levels go up because the body is in a constant alert. You can't take it or you get sick or all that stuff. Brain activity when scrolling through social media. Emotional roller coaster. This is super important. Constant exposure to different emotions, funny videos, tragic news, social comparison keeps the brain in a state of a high alert. That's by design, creating anxiety. Sleep disruption and anxiety. Scientific fact. Scrolling at night affects melatonin production, making sleep worse. Duh. Social comparison triggers higher cortisol levels, aka stress hormone, leading to what? Anxiety. Outcome: you're becoming an idiot. I just honestly don't want to spend my life scrolling through videos, watching other people living their lives, trying to grab my attention for their own benefit, just like I'm doing with this video. At least I'm trying to help you, seriously. And I think you're better than this. You are better than this. And if you feel like, oh, I don't have any hobbies, I don't know what I like, everybody likes something. Everybody is truly passionate about something, even if you hate your job or whatever. And you have to, if you put time into it, whatever that is, if you like baking, you can watch baking or cooking, but then make a shopping list, go to the shop and try to do it yourself. Consume and create. And you're going to be much, much happier. And you're going to have less time for bullshit. And every time I fall into this algorithm, into this scrolling game, so sometimes I'm just like, oh, okay, go on TikTok and I scroll through like 3 videos, 4, and then I'm like, oh, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Seriously. And then I'm like, okay, this is rubbish. It's a never-ending story. because you will always find a video. It has the same pattern as all the other 1 million videos that you've already seen. I want you to share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what is the biggest challenge. Tell me how many hours you spend on social media. Tell me if you have some kind of tactic or strategy for this. Can you even do this? Do you think you can do this? I think you can. Seriously, start today and subscribe. See you next time. Somebody recently commented on my YouTube channel that I am a breath of a fresh air. This comment just made my day. Thank you so much.